What's going on? What's going on? Six Man from Not For Nothing TV. I wanted to make a quick video, a little bit different than what you'll be seeing on this channel, but I wanted to make a quick video in regards to, a debate that I saw earlier online. And honestly, I don't really understand how this is still a debate in 2023, because I can really remember this debate going on as far back as 06, 07, and the debate that I'm talking about is whether or not there's GDs in California. Again, don't understand how this is still a debate, how this is still a source for arguments or whatever, or a source for debates. California, especially Southern California, speaking specifically about Southern California, because I personally believe that, my personal opinion is that Northern California is a beast of its own. It's almost like a whole different state, in regards to like politics and everything like that. But Southern California is a melting pot, and it's a little bit of everybody in Southern California. You know what I'm saying? In regards to individuals from different states or whatever the case is, cities, affiliations, whatever, right? So, I'm a logical individual. So thinking from a logical point of view, if you got cats from different particular states that moved and reside in California, why wouldn't they bring their affiliations with them? I mean, you got to remember the same way that in the 80s and the 90s you had cats from different cities and areas and neighborhoods in California moving or going, traveling out to different places for different reasons or whatever the case is. Back in the 80s and 90s, we all know what was going on back then, so we ain't got to really touch on it. But, you had cats going all over the map, you feel me? It's the same way you had cats coming to California. You had individuals from the Midwest, the East Coast, down south, and wherever else, traveling to California, and that's been going on since the 80s. So again, if you can wrap your head around, cats from California traveling and moving to different states and taking their affiliations there, which is how you get the Bloods and Crips all over this map, right? How does it not then stand, and how can you not fathom the same being true for individuals moving from other places to California and bringing their affiliations? Now, see, the difference tends to be that a lot of times when you get cats moving from different states, especially when you talk about the Blood and Crip thing, right? Because we all know where Blood and Cripping originated from. We all know that, right? So a lot of times when you have cats that is banging Blood or banging a Blood set or a Blood Crip, or a Crip set, somewhere else, and they tend to move to California, they tend to conform, of course, to what's going on in California, because that's the motherland, you know what I'm saying? That's the home base, you know what I mean? So they tend to form with whatever's going on, but they, whatever areas or neighborhood or set that they that they said is connected to or tied into, they tend to, fall back to the original, right? What happens when GDs and other organizations and affiliations move to California is they tend to hold on to their affiliation. You know what I'm saying? They not Bloods, they not Crips. So they not to say that you don't have, GDs, again, any other affiliation. Not gonna speak on any other affiliations for a specific reason, right? So when you had GDs that touch down to California or whatever the case is, they tend to hold on to their affiliations. Again, not to say that you don't have GDs that come to California and flip, turn Blood, Crip, Piru, Hoover, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that don't happen, because that most definitely happens. That, I am absolutely positive 100% that happens. But what tends to happen most of the time is that these particular individuals hold on to their affiliations. You know what I'm saying? Because again, when you talk about the Blood and Crip shit, it's usually tied to a particular block or to a particular area, whatever the case is, right, in California. So when you come to California, they tend to tie into whatever particular set, block, clique, area, whatever that they associated with. When it comes to Blood, when it comes to GDs moving to California, you know what I'm saying, there really isn't, there ain't no particular block or set or whatever the case is that they tied into when they come to California. So they pretty much nomads. You know what I'm saying? They able to move around freely and do whatever it is that they need to do, whatever the case. It's a lot easier for them to hold on to their affiliation and what they was repping wherever they came from, because it ain't tied to nothing. It ain't tied to nothing in California. You know what I mean? So, but what also tends to happen is you got these individuals who are particular nomads or whatever the case is. They ain't tied to a particular area, but they still, it's like they say, it's G's everywhere, man. It's gangsters everywhere. It's real niggas everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So like, when you have these cats that touch down or whatever, and they doing their thing or whatever, what the next thing that happens is what a lot of individuals get butthurt about, and they get in their feelings about. Because one thing about California niggas, especially LA niggas, Compton niggas, excuse me, Inglewood niggas, it's other cities as well, but specifically certain individuals, when they get butthurt, they very prideful, and they got big egos when it comes to these street politics in California, right? So a lot of individuals get butthurt, man, when they hear that it's a California nigga that in turn GD. When I say turn, because not saying that he was banging one thing and started banging another, even though that happens as well. There are Crips that turn GD. There are Bloods that turn GD. You know what I'm saying? And there are also individuals who weren't affiliated at all that become GD. Ask me how I know. Right. So, even in and again, like, so I don't really understand, like, this is logic. This just speaking logically. If you can fathom one, I don't understand how you can't fathom the other. Even just simply typing in GDs in California on YouTube will pull up a few videos, you know what I'm saying, speaking about GDs in California. Some of them, are a little off with their information. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, I've seen the video that just blatantly was just making shit up, but there's a few videos that are kind of pretty accurate when it comes to, speaking about GDs in California. So again, how is this still a debate in 2023? And it's, but it's crazy to me, it's crazy to me how you can take something like, as simple as affiliation being in a particular city as that city being weak or that city being soft or whatever the case is. How's that equate to that? You know what I mean? I don't really get it, but at the end of the day, if you are an individual that moves around, I am positive you've ran into a GD in California. Whether that individual be visiting, or whether that individual was, or what I mean visiting, or whether that individual was from somewhere else and moved to California, or whether that individual was from California and became GD. You know what I'm saying? You ran into a GD if you moving around. And that's not to say nothing, because like a lot of times people tend to get hung up on what they, a lot of people can't fathom what they don't understand, basically, right? So like, if you were a Blood or a Crip from California, you understand the politics, the street politics of your particular city, area, block, set, gang, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You understand your politics, you feel me? So when it comes to, something totally different, you know what I'm saying, you may not be able to fathom or understand that, because when it comes to GD's politics is a lot different than Blood and Crip politics, especially California Blood and Crip politics. You know what I'm saying? Or let's name California street politics, period. You know what I mean? It's a lot different than the politics wherever, you know what I'm saying, wherever else. And even breaking it down to, like I said, the Blood and Crip politics, because street politics and Blood and Crip politics is different if you don't know. So even with the Blood and Crip, but especially with the Blood and Crip politics, it's a lot different than GD politics. So when I see these particular debates, and when I see these particular debates and you hear things like, well, what block they control, or what area do they control, or what hood do they not get, what hood they beef with, or whatever the case is. That's California politics. You know what I'm saying? That's California street politics. That's blood and crip politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to, GDs, politics is a lot different, you know what I mean? Especially when you're talking about an organization that's about growth and development and positive productive actions, you know what I'm saying? So, beef with who for what, control what block for what, when I can move around and do what I need to do as a man for what? Them ain't my politics, you know what I'm saying? So, hopefully we can, kill the coast banging shit, the area banging shit, or and the state and city banging shit, and just understand that it's really a lot of cats is like-minded, you know what I'm saying, across this map, you feel me? So it's real niggas everywhere, you want to call it being gangsters everywhere, you know what I'm saying? There's lame niggas everywhere, it's peons everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So, like, beyond being from this particular state or that particular state, or what state got what affiliations or whatever the case is, at the end of the day, everybody's striving towards the same goal, man. Everybody's trying to get a bag and move it and get out the fucking way, man. It's 2023, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this shit don't even fucking matter no more. Let's just keep it real, man. A lot of this shit don't even matter no more. Like, it's really about getting a bag and staying out the way, taking care of your damn kids. You know what I'm saying? Providing for yourself and your family. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got kids, it's trying to get to the next level in life. You know what I'm saying? So the coast banging, you know what I'm saying? East Coast this, West Coast that, Midwest this, this game belongs in this, or, you know what I'm saying, this organization belongs in this particular area, and this belongs in that area, man. Like I said, a lot of this shit don't even matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the money. Let's get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? Let's stay out the way. Let's really get to what it's supposed to be about. So hopefully, again, we can kill the debate, man. Are the GDs in California? Of course there's GDs in California, man. There's GDs everywhere. It's Bloods everywhere. It's Crips everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's Muslims everywhere. It's fucking Masons everywhere. It's, you know what I'm saying? And then what's some other people? It's Israelites everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? There's everything everywhere, bro. Like, let's get this shit when it's 2023, man. These borders ain't shit, man. These you know what I'm saying? These particular borders don't mean shit. When I'm talking about these state borders don't mean shit, man. Motherfuckers travel. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these flats is $100, $200, man. You can, you know what I'm saying, $200-$300, you can damn near fly anywhere in the fucking in the United States, bro. Like, so really, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? It tripped me out, and it really tripped me out to see a debate, you know what I'm saying, going on in 2023 that was going on in 2006. And it's the same exact debate, same exact conversation. You know what I'm saying? Where's the growth, right? Man, but anyways, it's your boy 6 Mac from Not For Nothing TV, man. Y'all stay tuned to Not For Nothing TV, man. We got a lot of things coming. We got the podcast coming. We got giveaways coming. We got a lot of shit coming, man. Y'all stay tuned. Till the next time. Salute.